Your alarm goes off at exactly 6 a.m. Today isn't school, it isn't work. Today, you're making your Formula One debut. Wait, why is your phone buzzing this early? Congratulations! You've been selected to drive a Formula One car today. "30 minutes later, you're standing outside one of the most famous Formula One circuits in the world. A team manager walks straight toward you, smiling. The team hands you your racing suit, but something feels different. This isn't just clothing, it's your new identity. Now comes the helmet. Once it's on,
let's see what you've got. Question. What would you check first? Your mirrors? Your steering wheel? Or your brakes? Good choice, because this steering wheel controls almost everything on the car.
suddenly, the garage doors begin to open. This is it. Your very first lap in a Formula One car starts right now. The speedometer climbs so quickly you barely have time to breathe. Before you know it, the first corner is rushing straight toward you. Your foot slams onto the brake pedal, and suddenly your whole body is thrown forward. Welcome to Formula One braking. Somehow you make the corner. You even surprise yourself. But there isn't time to celebrate, because another challenge is already waiting. Nice job. Now let's see if you can keep it on the track. You smile for about 2 seconds, until the steering wheel suddenly lights up with more information than you've ever seen.
Before you can relax, your engineer's voice cuts through the radio. Car closing fast behind. You instinctively glance into your mirrors, and a car appears beside you, wheel to wheel. Your heart starts pounding, because this is your very first real battle on track. You refuse to back down. Holding the inside line, you carefully squeeze through the corner and somehow come out still in front. But you let out a deep breath, but your engineer isn't finished. Nice defense, now look up. Confused, you lift your eyes toward the sky. One tiny raindrop lands on your visor, then another, and suddenly, the track begins changing right before your eyes. Grip disappears almost instantly. Every corner now feels completely different, and every movement of the steering wheel demands absolute precision. Don't worry, then your radio comes alive once more. Box this lap. You signal, slow the car, and turn toward the pit lane, where your biggest challenge yet. As you enter the pit lane, your speed drops instantly. The roaring circuit disappears behind you, replaced by dozens of mechanics waiting with laser-sharp focus. Your engineer counts you in. 3, 2, 1. You hit your marks perfectly, and in an instant, the crew explodes into action. Everything happens so quickly that your eyes can barely keep up. 4 tires are gone, and 4 fresh ones are already locked into place. Then, without warning, your front jack drops. That can only mean one thing.
That can only mean one thing.
You launch back into the race, but something immediately feels different. The fresh tires grip the track like they're glued to the asphalt. Corner after corner, your confidence begins to grow. The nervous rookie from this morning is slowly disappearing. Just as you begin to settle into the rhythm, another driver appears ahead. This time, you're not defending.
The challenge is already
You're the one
waiting.
doing the chasing. Your engineer says,
Says,
"Stay close."
Stay close.
You tuck into the slipstream, and suddenly the gap begins to disappear faster than you expected.
Faster than you expected.
The braking zone is getting closer. If you're going to make a move, it has to be now. You dive toward the inside, leaving just enough room for both cars. For a split second, neither of you lifts.
As you power out of the corner, you glance in your mirror and smile. The overtake worked.
But your race isn't over yet. Up ahead, the final challenge is waiting, and it will test everything you've learned today. The next sector is famous for catching out even experienced drivers. As you approach the first corner, your engineer calmly reminds you, "Slow in, fast out." You resist the urge to charge into the corner. Instead, you brake a little earlier, turn smoothly, and suddenly the car feels perfectly balanced on the exit. Corner after corner, your confidence keeps growing. Then another message arrives. DRS enabled.
The air rushes around and behind you.
The extra speed pushes you closer with every passing second. Before long, you're close enough to read every movement of the car ahead. You fake a move to the outside. The other driver reacts immediately, exactly as you hoped. With the door now slightly open, you commit. One clean move later, you're through. Your engineer laughs over the radio. You're learning fast. You smile, but the race still isn't over. The finish line is finally in sight, but one final lap still stands between you and the checkered flag. Every braking point, every apex, every burst of acceleration now feels natural. You're no longer just surviving, you're racing. One corner remains. You hit the apex perfectly, squeeze the throttle, and the car rockets toward the finish. The checkered flag waves overhead, and before you even realize it, you've completed your very first Formula One race. As you climb out of the car, you realize something. This morning you arrived as a beginner, but tonight you leave knowing exactly why millions of people around the world have fallen in love with Formula One. So, are you ready for your next race?